Don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest stories. The rain was coming down in sheets that night, one of those late autumn storms that seem to wash the last hints of color from the world. I was curled up on the sofa, nursing a cup of chamomile tea and trying to get lost in an old black and white movie playing softly on the television. The house felt particularly quiet, hollow almost, the way it always did when my son Michael was away at college. He'd been gone 2 years now, but some nights, like this one, the silence was louder than others. The wind howled a lonely tune around the eaves, and the rhythmic drumming of rain against the window panes was the only company I had. That and the flickering images on the screen, ghosts from another era. I must have drifted off for a moment, lulled by the storm and the warmth of the tea, because the sound that broke the quiet made me jump, my heart suddenly hammering against my ribs. It was a knock. Not a tentative tap, but a firm, solid knock on the front door. My first thought was, who on earth could that be? It was past 9 o'clock on a Tuesday, and the weather was dreadful. Nobody just dropped by anymore, certainly not this late, and especially not in this kind of downpour. Maybe someone's car broke down. My brow furrowed with mild concern mixed with a healthy dose of caution. I wasn't expecting anyone. Michael wasn't due home for weeks. I muted the television, the sudden silence amplifying the sound of the wind and rain, and listened intently. Another knock, just as firm as the first. Okay, definitely someone needing something. I smoothed down my sweater, took a deep breath, and walked through the dimly lit hallway to the front door. Hesitantly, I peered through the peephole. Water distorted the view, but I could make out a tall figure huddled on the porch, shoulders hunched against the driving rain. It looked like a young man, his hair plastered to his forehead. He shifted, turning slightly, and my breath caught in my recognizing him. Took a second, the rain and the dim porch light playing tricks. But then it clicked. Alex, Michael's friend, Alex. What in the world was he doing here? They'd been thick as thieves in high school, practically inseparable. Alex had spent countless afternoons and weekends at our house, raiding the fridge, talking about cars, dreaming about the future. He was a good kid, always polite, maybe a little quieter than Michael, more thoughtful. But I hadn't seen him in ages, not since they both went off to different colleges in different states. Why would he be knocking on my door, now on a night like this? My mind raced through possibilities. Was Michael okay? Did something happen? A knot of maternal panic tightened in my stomach. I fumbled with the locks, my fingers suddenly clumsy, and pulled the heavy door open just enough to talk. The wind immediately whipped cold, wet air into the hallway, carrying the scent of rain and damp earth. "Alex?" I asked, my voice sounding a little shaky, even to my own ears. "Is that you? What's wrong? Is Michael all right?" He looked up, startled, water dripping from his chin. His eyes, usually bright and full of easy confidence, looked shadowed, lost somehow. He was soaked through, his jacket clinging to him, and he seemed smaller than I remembered, despite being just as tall. "Mrs. Henderson," he began, his voice rough, almost hesitant. "Hi, I'm so sorry to bother you this late, especially in this weather." He gestured vaguely at the storm raging behind him. "Is Michael?" "No, Michael's fine. As far as I know. I didn't mean to scare you." Relief washed over me, potent and immediate, but it was quickly replaced by confusion. "Oh, thank goodness," I breathed out. You gave me a start, showing up like this." Come in, you're drenched." I opened the door wider, stepping back to let him into the warmth of the hallway. He hesitated for a fraction of a second, glancing back into the dark, rainy street as if second-guessing himself, before stepping over the threshold. He brought the chill of the night in with him, dripping onto the welcome mat. "Thank you," he murmured, avoiding my eyes for a moment, instead focusing on shuffling his wet sneakers on the mat. I didn't know where else to go. That last phrase hung in the air between us, heavy with unspoken meaning. I closed the door, shutting out the storm, the deadbolt clicking shut with a sound that seemed too loud in a sudden stillness. The hallway felt small, confining, with both of us standing there. I could see he was shivering slightly. "Goodness, Alex, you'll catch your death. Let me get you a towel." Coming to the living room by the fire. I tried to keep my voice light, normal, pushing down the questions swirling in my head. Why was he here? Why did he look so undone? He followed me silently into the living room, the place where he and Michael had spent so many hours. I grabbed a thick bath towel from the linen closet and handed it to him. He took it gratefully, burying his face in it for a moment before starting to dry his hair and face. I turned away discreetly, pretending to busy myself by adding another log to the fireplace, coaxing the flames a little higher. The room was cozy, bathed in the soft glow of the fire and a single table lamp. Old family photos lined the mantelpiece, including several of Michael and Alex grinning goofily during their high school years. Seeing them now felt strangely poignant. When I turned back, Alex had shed his wet jacket, draping it carefully over the back of a chair I'd indicated, away from the carpet. He was rubbing his arms, still looking chilled. "Can I get you something warm?" I offered. "Tea? Hot chocolate? I think I might even have some instant coffee somewhere." He managed a small smile, the first I'd seen since he arrived. It didn't quite reach his eyes, but it was something. "Tea would be great, Mrs. Henderson. Thank you." "Sarah, please," I corrected gently, as I always did. "You're not in high school anymore, Alex. And neither am I, for that matter." He nodded, looking down at his hands. "Sarah, right? Sorry." I went into the kitchen, the familiar routine of filling the kettle and finding mugs grounding me slightly. My mind was still buzzing. He looked troubled, deeply so. It wasn't just the rain. It was something in his posture, the guarded look in his eyes. This wasn't the carefree Alex I remembered. This was a young man carrying a weight. I prepared 2 mugs of chamomile tea, the same kind I'd been drinking, adding a generous spoonful of honey to his. When I returned to the living room, he was standing by the fireplace, staring into the flames, lost in thought. The firelight flickered across his face, highlighting the tension in his jaw. He looked older than his 21 years right then. I handed him the steaming mug, our fingers brushing briefly. His skin was cold. "Here you go," I said softly. "Be careful. It's hot." He wrapped his hands around the mug, letting the warmth seep into them. "Thanks, Sarah." We stood there in silence for a moment, the only sounds the crackling fire and the distant drumming of the rain, which seemed to be easing slightly now. The awkwardness I'd felt initially was morphing into a different kind of tension, a quiet anticipation, a sense that something significant was about to be shared. I settled back onto the sofa, gesturing for him to take the armchair opposite me. He sank into it, the old springs groaning faintly under his weight. He took a tentative sip of the tea, his gaze still fixed on the fire. I waited, giving him space, letting the silence stretch. I sensed he needed to gather himself, to find the words for whatever had brought him to my doorstep on this wild night. There was a story here. I knew it, one that went far beyond simply getting caught in the rain. And for some reason, he had chosen to bring that story to me. The silence wasn't uncomfortable, not exactly. It felt weighted, expectant. Alex cradled the mug like a lifeline, his knuckles white. He took another sip, then finally lifted his eyes to meet mine. The vulnerability I saw there was startling. "I'm sorry," he said again, his voice low. "This is really weird, me just showing up like this. I probably should have called, but..." He trailed off, shrugging helplessly. "It's all right, Alex," I reassured him gently. "You're always welcome here, you know that. But I admit, I am a little surprised. Is everything okay? You seem upset." He drew a deep breath, letting it out slowly, like he was steeling himself. "Yeah. No, not really okay, I guess." He looked away again, focusing on a spot somewhere over my shoulder. "I drove down from school today. Didn't tell anyone I was coming." My concern deepened. He went to college nearly 4 hours away. Driving that far, unannounced in this weather? 4 hours? "Alex, what happened?" He ran a hand through his still damp hair, leaving streaks where the water hadn't fully dried. "It's complicated. Stuff at school. Stuff at home." He paused, seeming to struggle for the right words. "My parents, we had a fight. Over the phone. About my major again. About what I'm supposed to be doing with my life." Ah, the age-old pressure. I remembered Michael going through similar anxieties, though perhaps not to this extent. "They want me to stick with engineering," Alex continued, his voice tightening. "It's practical. It's secure. It's what my dad did. But I hate it, Sarah. I absolutely hate it. Every class feels like torture. I'm failing a couple of them. Haven't told them that yet." He looked down into his mug. "I tried telling them I wanted to switch, maybe to art history, or even just liberal arts, figure things out. They wouldn't hear it. Dad called it a waste of time and money. Mom just cried, asked why I wanted to throw my future away." His shoulders sagged. It got pretty heated. I ended up just hanging up on them, and then I just got in my car and started driving. "And you ended up here?" I asked softly, trying to keep the surprise out of my voice. "Why my house?" He didn't live in this town anymore. His parents had moved across the state a few years back. He nodded, looking slightly ashamed. "Yeah. I don't know why, really. I just drove. Didn't want to go home, couldn't face them. Couldn't face going back to my dorm either. I was just driving south, and I guess I ended up on familiar roads. I saw the turnoff for this town, and I just turned. I drove past the old high school, past the park where we used to hang out." He paused, taking another sip of tea. "And then I found myself on your street. I parked down the block for almost an hour, just sitting there in the rain, looking at your house, trying to figure out what I was doing." He finally looked directly at me, his expression earnest, almost pleading. "I remembered how you used to talk to Michael and me. Not like a kid, you know. You actually listened. You gave advice, but you didn't judge. Remember when Michael was freaking out about college applications? You just sat with him, helped him sort through it all. My parents just yelled." A faint memory surfaced. Sitting at the kitchen table with Michael, papers spread everywhere, both of us tired but working through it. Alex had been there too, ostensibly doing homework, but mostly just being present, absorbing the calm. I hadn't realized it had made such an impression. I just felt like, maybe you'd understand. He finished quietly, his gaze dropping back to his hands. I didn't know who else I could talk to who might actually get it. My heart ached for him. He looked so young, so lost, grappling with expectations that felt suffocating. It wasn't just about changing majors. It was about finding his own path, something his parents, in their own way, were making incredibly difficult. "Oh, Alex," I said, my voice full of warmth. "Of course I understand. Or at least I can try. Those pressures are immense, especially when you feel like you're disappointing the people you love." I leaned forward slightly. Choosing your own way, especially when it diverges from what's expected, takes incredible courage. It doesn't sound like a waste of time to me. It sounds like you're trying to be true to yourself. His eyes flickered up, meeting mine again. There was a glimmer of something, relief maybe, in their depths. "You really think so?" "I do," I affirmed. "Your dad's path worked for him, but that doesn't automatically make it the right one for you. And hating what you study? That's a clear sign something needs to change. Engineering is fantastic if it fits, but if it doesn't..." I let the sentence hang. He seemed to absorb my words, mulling them over. The tension in his shoulders eased a fraction more. "They just don't see it," he said, frustration creeping back into his voice. "They think I'm being lazy or scared of hard work. It's not that. I'd work hard at something I cared about. But calculations and stress dynamics, it just feels empty, meaningless, like I'm just going through the motions for them." He sighed. "And art history." Dad laughed when I mentioned it. Said artists starve. There are practical applications for almost any field if you look for them, I countered gently. Museum curators, historians, preservationists, educators, writers. And beyond that, there's value in studying something simply because it feeds your soul, because it makes you feel alive and engaged with the world. That has worth, Alex, even if it doesn't come with a guaranteed 6-figure salary straight out of college. He listened intently, nodding slowly. "I wish they could hear that. Or hear it from you, maybe." He gave a small, self-deprecating laugh. Instead, I just yelled back and ran away like a kid. "You didn't run away," I corrected. "You needed space to think, away from the conflict. That's not childish. That's self-preservation. Sometimes you need to step out of the storm to see clearly." I paused, choosing my next words carefully. "This disagreement with your parents, it's not just about your major, is it? It sounds